Now we are starting this broadcast from the India's national capital, New Delhi. The city is once again experiencing dense smog and poor air quality. The situation in Delhi is getting worse by the day, with AQI, the air quality index, crossing 999 in the Anand Vihar area of East Delhi. In the latest, Delhi's Environment Minister Gopal Rai has announced the odd-even vehicle system after a high-level meeting with Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and officials of all concerned departments. The system will be applicable for 1 week from 13th to 20th of November. Under the new system, odd and even numbered vehicles will be allowed on the roads on alternate days. Gopal Rai added that the ban on BS3 petrol and BS4 diesel will continue. Restrictions will continue on all others, barring relief to vehicle used for essential goods and services. All schools will remain closed from the class 6th to 12th, and only those whose exams are going on are to be exempted. Online classes will continue thereafter. As for measures, the minister said that 346 vehicles were deployed for water sprinkling. Today, the overall AQI of Delhi was recorded at 471, while the AQI of satellite city Noida was recorded at 616, which is in severe category. AQI reached 516 in Gurugram, which is an adjacent city to Delhi, and according to experts, an AQI value of over 300 represents hazardous air quality. New Delhi stands at 470, much higher to that level. According to senior Delhi government officials, the situation is not expected to improve anytime soon. This came even as the number of farm fires in Punjab rose to 3,230 and to 109 in Haryana. However, the figures are still lower than those recorded over the past few years, between September 15th and November 5th. Now here's a look at the latest satellite visuals coming in from NASA, highlighting the concentration of fires in northern India. The Commission for Air Quality Management had decided to invoke Stage 4 of the Graded Response Action Plan in the entire NCR, with immediate effect. Now, this is in addition to all actions under Stage 1, 2 and 3 to prevent further deterioration of air quality in the region. Here is what the 8-point action plan for Stage 4 says. First, it is to restrict entry of truck traffic into Delhi, which is of course with the exceptions for trucks carrying essential goods, services and all LNG, CNG, electric trucks. Second, do not allow non-Delhi registered light commercial vehicles except those carrying essential goods and services. Now third, prohibit diesel-operated medium goods vehicles and heavy goods vehicles registered in Delhi except those transporting essential goods. Fourth, that halts construction and demolition activities in linear public projects like highways, roads, flyovers, overbridges, power transmissions and pipelines. Fifth, consider conducting lessons for classes 6th to 9th online instead of physical classes. And sixth, allow public, municipal and private offices to operate at 50% strength, with the rest working from home. Seventh, central government to decide on permitting work from home for employees in central government offices. And eighth, state governments to explore emergency measures such as closing educational institutions and implementing odd-even vehicle registration, number-based restrictions for non-essential commercial activities. It added that people, especially children, the elderly and those with health conditions, should minimize outdoor activities and stay indoors. Now for more on this, we are being joined by Dr. Nikhil Modi from New Delhi. He is a senior consultant at the Department of Respiratory Critical Care at the Indraprastha Apollo Hospital. Thank you so much for taking out the time to speak with us, Dr. Modi.
My pleasure.
Now, I want to ask you, what kind of complaints are you seeing from patients that can be directly attributed to the pollution that we are seeing in this region?
Yeah, so as we have seen for last 3-4 days, the pollution has suddenly reached alarming levels. And what we are seeing due to that, due to direct exposure, due to direct inhalation or direct exposure to your eyes, patients coming to us are complaining of watering of eyes, itching in eyes, runny nose, nose block, constant throat irritation, cough, and breathing difficulty. Most of these cases are those who already have respiratory issues.
Exactly, you make a fair point there that even the people who do not have a history of respiratory issues are now experiencing all of that. So what kind of measures can they take, especially for the people who do not have history, a medical history of that sort?
Yeah. So as those who have medical history are on their regular drugs, which has to be taken regularly. For those who never had the problem, I would say at least avoid going out in this pollution as much as possible. So you should be out only if it is very, very necessary. Early morning and evening time are the ones when the smog is at its maximum. So if you have to go out, choose a time when the sunlight is slightly out, the pollution is at slightly lesser level. Apart from that, whenever you are going out, please wear a mask. A recent COVID pandemic we have learned how to wear a mask. And this mask goes a long way protecting us from this pollution as well. Apart from that, maintain a healthy diet rich in lots of fruits and vegetables so that your body has rich vitamins and antioxidants which can fight the ill effects of this pollution.
All right, Ms. Modi, I'm talking to you from our New Delhi newsroom, and some of us even inside the building have been complaining of eyes burning and a constant headache, as you also mentioned. Do you think this pollution can have a long-lasting impact on our health?
Yeah. So these symptoms which we are talking about, we actually most of the time are talking about this pollution whenever the levels are at its alarming levels. But to be very frank, the pollution levels, if you see in Delhi NCR or maybe North India, even in rest of the year, they are at a higher level. And when you have a constant exposure of these particulate matters, these chemicals, these harmful gases which we continue to inhale, produce changes in our lungs, which leads to diseases like COPD. That means you will be breathless all the year round. You can have an increased risk of lung cancer. Even these particles can go deep into our blood vessels and can cause heart related problems. Even stroke, brain stroke can be there. So any organ can be affected actually on long term basis.
All right, Dr. Modi, thank you so much for joining us here on this broadcast and decoding how this pollution could actually affect us.